Hello students, this is Smriti Singh. Welcome to your own channel LLS with SS. Today I am going to teach you about the excretory system of earthworm. Okay, so let's start. Excretory system in earthworm. Okay, we know that the excretory system is not well developed or well complexed just as human. It is not as the human, it is simpler type of system. So let me teach you. The simpler type of system is there, and the excretory systems consist a main organ that is known as nephridia. Okay, that is known as nephridia. Nephridia have the major roles in excretion in earthworm. So nephridia is the highly coiled structure. It is highly coiled structure. Okay, it is highly coiled structure. Let me draw how it is look like. Nephridia is highly coiled, and what is the function of the nephridia? The excretion is the function, but it maintains or control the composition and volume. Okay, it control the composition and volume of body fluids. Understand what is the role of the nephridia? The excretion. The role is in the excretion, but main function is that means that it controls the composition and the volume of the body fluids. Okay, so this is the nephridia. Nephridia is the main organ in the excretory system in earthworm. So how it looks like? Nephridia is just look as this. It is highly coiled. So let me draw it how it looks like. Okay, it looks as this. This is the nephridia. Okay, nephridia is just as the nephron in humans. What nephrons work in human? Nephrons is the tube which plays in osmoregulation in humans. Okay, so nephridia is just primary structure of the nephrons. Okay, so what nephrons work in the human, same as nephridia works in the earthworm. Okay, so nephron is highly coiled structure. These are convoluting structure, highly convoluting. Just as nephridia is convoluted, it is also convoluted and looks like this. Okay, looks like this. This consists the proximal end or distal end, and it is nephrostome. Okay, it is nephrostome. Okay, what is the role of nephrostome? What is the role of nephridia? I told you about that. What is the role of nephrostome? I will teach you later. First of all, let me tell you the types of the nephridia and the location of the nephridia in the earthworm's body. Okay, let's first look that one. Let me tell you, if you will take the types of the nephridia, there are mainly three types of nephridia on the basis of their location. The pharyngeal type, the integumentary type, and another one is septal type. Okay, there are mainly three types of nephridia found in the earthworm: the pharyngeal nephridia, integumentary nephridia, and the septal nephridia. Let me discuss with the help of diagram. Okay, so let remove it. See, the first is pharyngeal. Okay, second one is integumentary, and the last or third one is septal nephridia. Okay, let me show you with the help of diagram. First of all, let me draw the diagram here. For excretion we need till the 15th segment. After that there is the segments that present their tubes till the last, but their modification of the structure till the 15th or 17th segment. So let me tell you the presence of the pharyngeal. Pharyngeal means that just you see the word, just you see it, the pharyngeal means that attached to the pharynx. Okay, that attached to the pharynx. So there are 3 pairs of pharyngeal tubes. There are 3 pairs that is situated in the collection of the tuft. Okay, there is the collection in both side of the one is in this side, another one is in this side. So it is in 3 pairs. Okay, and their tubes it attached with their pharynx. The all three are 6. Okay, 3 pairs of the tuft of nephridia. This is attached, their tubes will attached in the pharynx segment, that's why it is known as pharyngeal. Okay, so pharyngeal there are 3 pairs of pharyngeal. There are 3 pairs of pharyngeal and each tuft have each tuft have the about 100 nephridia. Okay, each tuft consists 100 nephridia, almost 100 nephridia, and it never nephrostome. It has never nephrostome, means it never consists nephrostome, and this pharyngeal tuft is open. First of all, it collects west from blood and deposit it collects waste from blood and deposit in the pharynx. Okay, it is in the pharynx. So if this collects waste from blood and deposit in the pharynx, so this type of process is known as endonephric, because that nephridia brings the blood and deposit in the pharynx inside the alimentary canal, means the inside the digestive system. That's why it is known as endonephric. Okay, it is known as endonephric. Okay, and it is present here only. Let me teach you the another type of nephridia, that is integumentary. Just you listen the word integumentary. Integument means the covering part. So earthworm have the layers covering part is skin, so it is attached with the skin. First of all, it is attached with the skin, First of all, it is attached with skin, and it is found from the 3rd segments to the last segment. Okay, it is just start from 3rd segment and it will till the last segment in the both sides of the body. In the both sides of the body, you just see the location I am drawing in the diagram. You just see, this is the location. It will till the last. Okay, it will go till the last. It will start from just 3rd segment until go to the last segment. So it is attached to the skin and 3rd to the last segment. Another thing is there, it consists 200 to 250 nephridia. Okay, 200 to 250 nephridia in each segment. Okay, but in the 14th, 15th and 16th segment, we know that on the 14th, 15th and 16th segment is clitellum. Okay, we know that in the morphology chapter I taught you that there 14, 15, 16 consist clitellum. Okay, and on the area of the clitellum there are 2000 to 2500, okay, means 2000 to 2500 nephridia presents in each segment. Understand what I'm telling you? You just listen it properly. What I'm telling you, in third it is present in the third to last, but in the 14, 15, 16, that is clitellum area, where it is present in large numbers, about 2000 to 2500 nephridia in 14th, 16th and 17th segments. So this area, this 14, 15, 16 segments area is known as forest integumentary. Okay, it is known as forest integumentary. Understand? It is known as, this area, clitellum area in the excretory system is known as forest integumentary. It is all the integumentary, but this area is known as forest integumentary. And one more thing is there is nephrostome. Where is nephrostome? You just see, this is the structure of nephrostome, and integumentary have the nephrostome, but no, there is no nephrostome. Pharyngeal have also it is also not have the nephrostome, and it also never consists nephrostome, and it is collected west. It collects west from blood. Okay, it collects west from blood, and it deposit into just outside. It's not deposit, actually it's not deposit, actually it just keep it outside from the skin. Understand what I'm telling to you? Just it collects west from the blood, but it's keep it out from the skin. That's why it is known as axonephric. Okay, it is known as axonephric. Understand? It just excrete it out. That's why it is known as axonephric. So the pharyngeal nephridia and the integumentary nephridia, I taught you all those two things. Now let me tell you about the septal nephridia. Septal nephridia is present. It is also present from third segment to the last segment, but it is just starts at the it is just start from the 15th segment. Okay, sorry, it is just starts from 15th segment. Okay, 15 to 16 segment, 14, 15 to 16 segment. It is start to the 14, 15, 16 segment and end to the last end part. It's from 15th segment, okay, to the last segment. It is present from 15th segment to the last segment, and it is about 80 to 100. It is about 80 to 100 nephridia in each segments. Understand? In septal nephridia, there are 80 to 100 nephridia in each segment from 15th segment to the last segment in both sides. Okay, from here to there. Just as integumentary and pharyngeal. Pharyngeal nephridia also present in the both sided. Integumentary is also present in the both sided, and the from 15th segment, the septal nephridia also from the both sided, and it is about 80 to 100 nephridia in each segment. And one more thing is there. It consists nephrostome. Okay, it's have nephrostome there in the integumentary and in the pharyngeal. Their nephrostome is not present yet, but in the septal nephridia their nephrostome is present. Okay, nephrostome is present, and it collects west from blood and deposit, and it is deposit in intestine. Understand? It deposit in intestine. Okay, it is intestine, so that's why it collects from one tube systems to the another tube systems, so it is also known as endonephric. Okay, so it is also known as endonephric. Understand? It deposits in the intestine, that's why it is known as endonephric. This is the septal nephridia, pharyngeal, integumentary. All these three are the types of nephridia. And let me tell you one more things there. In the case of earthworm, what is the excreta? In case of humans, there are the many excreta: ammonia, nitrogenous waste, ureatoric acid, urea. There are many things. But in case of earthworm, there are ureotalic. Okay, there are ureotalic means that release urea. Mostly there is the excreta of urea. But in the rainy season, if there is rain, then it have in the rainy season sometimes there can be released ammonia also. Okay, but it is not necessary or not commonly it is found, but urea is the main excreta in earthworm. Okay, so all the nephridia, there are all three types of nephridia that have the major role to excrete urea. Okay, from blood to the intestine to the pharynx, directly through the outside. So these all three types of nephridia plays a major role in excretion in earthworm. And where is the location of all three nephridia, and how many nephridia are there, and how the nephridia looks like, I taught you everything. I hope you like this video. If you like, then hit the like button. If you never subscribe my channel even now, then please subscribe it right now. I will give you more and more videos. If you like it, then please share with your friend. I will give you the more videos. Thanks. Thank you.